Hello, welcome. Hola, all of the things. How do you even start alive? Right? It's weird. Um, so today I wanted to go into a bit of planning mode because I know a lot of people that I'm speaking to are planning on an epic 2020 and they're planning on doing it all over the holidays. So, if you have got some spare time, which you may not, but if you've got some time off your 9 to 5, or you've got some spare time in between family stuff and all of the things going on in the holidays, now can actually be a really good time to sit down and start planning your rebrand for 2020. So, why would you need a rebrand? Let's start there. If you have outgrown your current branding or your website or your offering, that can be a thing too. If you have outgrown that and it's currently not fitting with the direction that you want to move in or the clients that you're working with, this can be a really good time to actually spruce up those offerings and get to know where you want to head. You might be changing directions completely and looking to work with a new niche or building a different industry. Anything like that can obviously lead to you needing a rebrand. There's also things when if your whole presence and actual vibe is not sitting with where you've evolved to, it's always a good sign to actually look at your branding, your messaging, and all of those things. But the biggest, most important one is if you aren't really jiving with your messaging and your website is currently not delivering for you, so not delivering you leads, not delivering you customers, not delivering people who are interested in your work, it might be time to look at that and improve things a bit. So I'm going to dive into a couple of things today that you can actually do over the holidays if you've got some spare time to sit down and really think about and plan out what your 2020 is going to look like for your business. This is specifically your online presence. So we're talking about your socials, we're talking about your funnels, we're talking about your website, we're talking about how you show up online and how you can change that and how you can improve that throughout this period. So, first things first. As always, I go back to the Elevate formula. It is a 3-step process to take you from being overlooked to fully booked. When you get clear on your messaging, your marketing, and then your follow-up and automating that process, that's when you can start to see significant differences in your online business. So first up in that process, we obviously look at your messaging, your foundations, what your clients look like, who they are, where you can find them, and how to actually understand their point of view so that you can speak to them directly. Now, here's the thing. In all of your messaging, so all of the photos that you use, all of the text that you use, the way that you speak online, all of that needs to relate exactly to your ideal clients. So you can go back over this many times, and I encourage you to do a 12-month check-in, see where your clients have been coming from, if you enjoy working with them, if they are lighting you up. If they're not, let's address that right now. Let's not take this energy into 2020 with you. Let's get clear on who those clients are that you work best with. Let's get any of the negativity from 2019 and leave it in this decade. Okay, so the first things that you want to do is think about those clients. Think about who you love to work with, who that lights you up, and what they look like. So picking out traits that are very similar in a few different clients that you've worked with, thinking about ways that you've connected with them, how they've actually met you, and how you can bring more of that into your world in 2020 is a really good place to start. The next thing you want to know is actually what their pains are, what they asked you when you spoke to them. So here's where having a few clients really, really helps, because you've actually had conversations with them, you know what they're looking for, and you know what specific pain points they're mentioning. So when you go into that, you can then see, okay, here's the common threads amongst all of these clients, and this is what that looks like. So you can use that then to reverse engineer the process of finding more of these people. When you find more of these people, that's when you can really grow a business that you love. At the end of the day, it is a hard slog being in business for yourself. You will have constant fear and anxiety and ups and downs, and the roller coaster of emotions is fierce. So you need to love and understand why you're doing what you do to keep you through those times where it's not so pleasant as well. Okay, now that we've gone through your clients, you really want to start to look at your messaging. So how are you actually talking to your clients? Is it still common language? Is it still common phrases that people are using? Is it connecting with your audience? Again, think about how those clients have found you, what they needed to know, and put that into your messaging. Understanding these basics will actually help you rewrite your website if you need to, which I strongly suggest if you are going into rebrand, is to actually look at the pages of your website and rewrite them. Rewrite them for your new clients, rewrite them for your new business, rewrite them from where you want to be at the end of 2020. Look at your future goals, look at your future self, and say, okay, if I want to be there, I need to step up my game from here. Then you can move through that process step by step. So then you want to have a look at what stays and what goes on your website. So if you have dead pages, now's a good time to delete them, redirect them, get clear on exactly who you are serving, what they need, and get rid of anything else. That's the biggest, most brutal truth that I can give you today. Clear out all of the clutter and the gunk that is holding you back. If you have loads of pages on your site that aren't connected to anything that you're offering or any way that you are speaking to your clients or serving your clients, get rid of them. Just delete, archive, whatever you need to do, but don't take that stale energy with you into 2020. Going through that is a really good way to tie up all of those processes. So you've looked at your messaging, you are going through and being brutal with your website. I did a live last week about the 5 pages that you need, and it was specifically only 5 pages that you need as a service provider on the internet. I do recommend you go back and check that one out, because it's a really good way to be brutal with what pages you actually need on your site. The next thing in our formula, 3 steps: we have our clients, we have our website, and then we have our automation. So with your automation, I want you to go through and check your links. Go through and make sure that when you sign up for your freebie, you're getting your automated follow-up process, that you are moving people along. We want to go through and check out your conversion rates. So jump into your email provider, check your open rates, check your unsubscribe rates, check where people are dropping off in your funnel and what you can do to improve that. So I want you to start testing. Go back and look at what's worked over the last 12 months, what's brought you in leads, what's brought you in sales, and how can you amp that up? How can you make that your new normal? How can you replicate that going into 2020? And then you've actually got a basis for how things need to go down. And then it's a simple matter of, it is updating branding. If it's updating visuals, that's an easy process. You can hire someone or you can do it yourself if you need to. But if you need more help with actually going through and working out what you need, I've put together a quick step-by-step guide with some of the most common features it runs through the Elevate formula and how that will actually transform your business. So you can go through it step by step and make sure that you've got all of the pieces of the puzzle ready to go. It is everything that you need to create a profitable online presence. And that's the key word here. In 2020, I want you to actually make a profit in your business. I don't want you to be a slave to your business. I want you to be the CEO of your business. So you can go ahead right now and go to morrisbear.com/roadmap and you can download that straight away. There's also a free training that will be happening next week, which will take you through step by step. That is a pitch free training. I'm not going to be selling you anything. Whatever, you know how to work with me. If you want to work with me, you can go to morrisbear.com/elevate and learn more about Elevate Your Online Presence, which is a complete package, including your branding, your website, and your sales funnel setup. And honestly, I think every entrepreneur needs that, because anyone with a website needs all three of those things. And anyone who wants to profit online in 2020 and beyond needs those three things to move forward. So go ahead, jump on over to there. You can check that out. There is a link on there if you need to ask me any questions. You can shoot me a message directly through the site. But honestly, jump on in and get through that. It is the biggest thing that you're going to take into 2020 with you, and you need this stuff. Honestly, the amount of people that I've seen struggling with their websites over the last 12 months has been insane. And I know that this is possible to actually make a change for you very quickly and make a difference in your impact really, really quickly. So go ahead, the links are in the description below to join the roadmap. If you would like to speak to me about rebranding your website in 2020, I'm currently booking January and February. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and I will be in touch with you very, very soon. Have an awesome day and I will speak to you